One of the oldest homes in South Carolina will be moved tomorrow to a new location.
The Wilkins House on Augusta Street is moving to a new site to be saved from demolition. News 13's Evan Donovan joins us with more on the effort to save a Greenville landmark. Evan?
Yeah, Darcel, the original 23 acres on Augusta Street was purchased by prominent textile and metalwork dealer William Wilkins, who commissioned one of Greenville's most famous builders, Jacob Cagle, to construct the home in 1877. Now, 137 years later, a feat of engineering and some fundraising will give the house a new home. The Wilkins House has anchored Greenville's posh Augusta Street area for nearly 140 years. But tomorrow, it'll move to its new digs, right across from Walter Ezel's house.
I actually grew up in the neighborhood, one block over on Prentice Avenue, and this house was on my paper route.
Ezel is shooting photos of the home to document what fundraisers say is the largest house move in South Carolina history.
So much of old Greenville has been torn down to make way for new stuff, and then we always regret it later. This time they were able to save the house.
The land was purchased late last year by a developer intending to tear it down and build there. The Palmetto Trust for Historic Preservation says it stepped in and raised $300,000 to help a new buyer with the $1.5 million it will cost to renovate and move the house, in exchange for covenants never to tear it down or move again. But how do you move a house?
That's a process. First, we do the excavating around the house, dig trenches, tunnels underneath the house. You cut the holes in the foundation. Then at that point, you start installing the beams.
You get the idea. It takes a lot. The bottom line is
1 foot at a time.
The wheels will move at less than half a mile an hour across this lot. And these house movers of sorts say it's no big deal.
It's like you and your everyday job. You know, it's kind of second nature to us. It's what we're used to doing.
Second nature to them, but interesting to others. Robbie Jones lived on the second floor as a child more than 60 years ago when her grandfather owned the funeral home downstairs.
I've got mixed feelings about seeing it move. I'm glad it's being saved, but it's sad to see it move from this location.
But not all the neighbors are sad to see it move to this new location on Mills and Elm.
Well, I think it's a major upgrade to the neighborhood. You'll go from a duplex to an 1883 Victorian mansion.
Now, the house movers literally tell me they're going to start tomorrow morning around 7. They hope to be finished sometime around 3. There will be power outages to about 50 customers in the area. And the city just released yesterday that 3 decades-old trees that were in the way of the move are going to be cut down but replaced with other trees in other areas at the cost of the people moving the home. Reporting live from the Greenville News Center, I'm Evan Donovan for News 13.